Bobby Green, I have to mention this note, man. Lightweight veteran. He passes Evan Dunham for the most significant strikes in lightweight history. That goes to show how much hands with the capital H Bobby Green has, brother. He put it on full display. Nasrat Haqparast, AJ, for just context's sake right here. If a lot of people, this was their first time seeing Haqparast, they might have been a little disappointed because he basically just stood there, hands held tight, ate a trillion straight shots to the face. He was putting some pressure on him and all that good stuff, but he wasn't exactly the dance partner that I think everybody expected him to be, myself included. I thought he was going to bring the war. He was talking a lot of game before the fight, but it looked like the speed was too much of a difference. The awkward style of Bobby Green was a little too much of a difference. And the traditional boxing style of Nasrat Haqparast, he just couldn't quite get the job done. But how impressive, AJ, my man. I mean, Bobby Green at the advanced age of 35, fighting a kind of younger Haqparast, kind of put it on him, man, almost one-way traffic. But Haqparast is very tough, man. So where do you place the stock of a Nasrat Haqparast after this fight? He just dropped 2 in a row, 1 to Hooker, now 1 to Bobby Green. We've already talked about the trajectory of Bobby Green, but overall, how impressive was it? And then where do you place the stock of Haqparast right now?
Man, I still have the stock of Haqparast real high. This dude, he may have dropped 1 to Hooker and then he may have dropped 1 to Bobby Green, but this dude still is very game. Maybe not as game as we were expecting him to be, but he was talking, he was putting on in like the in-between rounds and then a lot in before, but just it's hard to deal with somebody who's just consistently has that volume, has that speed, and every time you go to touch him, he's not there to be hit up. So it was a rough fight. I definitely expected more out of Haqparast, but there's levels to this game, man. And when you're in there throwing the 1s and 2s with Bobby King Green, it's hard not to get out leveled. Even though, Haqparast didn't have quite the fight he wanted, I still hold him in very high regards, man. I think this dude is easily a top 15 to top 20 fighter. He's right up in there. He's right in that area where we can see him. He gets a little bit more fights under his belt. He can start bringing things up. This dude has a lot to him, and the mental game, what I really like about Haqparast, his mental game is very strong. You might have saw him wilt physically in the fight. Like you said, he started shelling up, started getting pieced up a little bit more, but he was always mentally game, and he's always putting the pressure on. And I think that's one of the biggest compliments I can give Haqparast is the fact that this dude is always in the fight, willing to stand there, willing to trade, willing to do the stuff he needs to do to get the win, even though if he's getting out-pieced and out-leveled. That was the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing I have in my notes, man. It was a classic Bobby Green fight where he just out-leveled the guy with the hands, and even when Haqparast went to put it on him on the wrestling, Bobby Green showed up, man. Like I said, he's got good wrestling too, man.
Absolutely. Good wrestling, and just a volume machine. This is what it comes down to, man. When we look at the numbers, 188 to 76, man. Bobby Green threw 355 strikes, 193 for Haqparast. Like that's just ridiculous in terms of the volume that the man's putting out. We scroll down a little bit, no knockdowns, no submission attempts, no reversals, no nothing, man. But a lot of work to the head for Bobby Green, man. 81% for Haqparast. He mixed it up a little bit, and that's the thing. That's the smart thing to do. You got to try to go for the body a little bit, right? Because Bobby Green is so elusive. But at the end of the day, he was still trying to headhunt a little bit. And I mean, at distance, man, it was basically all at distance. So this was just a classic boxing match right there. Good win by Bobby Green, man. And I'm excited to see what's next for him.